I want to do a video going over exactly how I scalp trade the market with my small account, what I'm looking at, how I decide to enter a trade and get out, things like that. Let's start with the chart. I trade on a 1 minute time frame right here, always. I need to see these little ups and downs. I need to see as much movement out of a ticker as possible so I can gauge how it's moving and what it's trying to do. So if I were to go to a 15-minute time frame, I can't sit here as a scalp trader and wait 15 minutes for the next candle. Each candle in this case, as I have it set at 15, is 15 minutes in time. So kind of stands to reason, as a scalp trader, I need real-time movement so I can better judge which way this thing's trying to go and what it's doing. So 1 minute time frame always. I look at three main things, and three main things only. I look at the chart, look at the candles, of course. I watch time and sales, and I watch the price. Those are the three main things I'm looking at. Yeah, I touch on the volume over here. I like to see a lot of volume, but I can see that by the time and sales flying by. Okay, time and sales, I've gone over this in early videos, but I'll say it again. This is just the modern day version of the old school ticker tape machine in the stock market. This shows all transactions in real time, all trades back and forth, buys, sells, going on throughout the day. And the faster this is flying by and scrolling and moving, the more trading activity a ticker is getting. And I want to see a lot of movement here. I want this, as you can see now, I'm just using this ticker as an example. So you can see now this is just barely being traded. Hardly any movement at all. When it's hot, when everybody's on it, when it's a feeding frenzy, this is flying by so fast you can't read these numbers. And I never do read the numbers. I don't care what these numbers are. I don't care if somebody sold 600 shares here at a certain time, and it doesn't matter to me. I just want to see this thing flying. That tells me this is very active, a lot of trades going on back and forth. And as a scalp trader, you need volume, you need action, you need activity in order to scalp, at least in the style that I do it. And again, I just keep an eye on the price. So I don't do anything magical here. No rocket science, I don't have a crystal ball, I don't have any magic potion any more than anybody else. I just watch those three things: the chart, the time and sales, and the price. So now I'm just looking at this for the first time as you are. Let's just take this, for example. This is currently in the top 5. It's just some ticker. But if I were to trade this, I'll give you an example, and I'm just now looking at this. You can see this back here was, it came up above VWAP, and then it's kind of trailing down along VWAP. Here it poked its head above VWAP. That's showing a little bit of strength. I guess let me back up. VWAP, this orange line, volume weighted average price. That is the only true indicator I'll ever have on my screen. I don't have a bunch of lines and moving averages and hoping some line crosses over another. And I will never be doing this stuff here. I'm not drawing trend lines all over the place and judging where the bottom is and where the top is and hoping a candle breaks through this trend line. And I don't care what it's going to do out here. I care what it's doing here and now as I'm looking at it. So, a lot of people trade by trends and support and resistance and that kind of stuff. And it works for them. It doesn't work for me. It's not necessary for scalping. I'm just a momentum trader. I just need price movement. I need upwards moving action. I'm not going to guess what it's going to do out here in relation to my lines. And to be honest with you, this ticker doesn't know these lines exist. It doesn't care about these lines. So I don't know. It may work for some people, but it's not my style of trading. If that's your style, have at it. And if it works, continue doing it. But I just want momentum, and I want to get in and out quick. That is scalping, in and right back out as quickly as possible. Seconds, if at all possible, a couple minutes. If I'm holding a position for as long as 5 minutes, something's going wrong. 5 minutes to me as a scalp trader is an all day. It feels like it's all day. I want in and out quick. I'm never trying to get all of this move here. I'm not trying to hit home runs every trade I take. A lot of traders do that. And a lot of traders fail doing that. If you get all of this move, if you were to get in down here and hold throughout all these candles and sell up here, good for you. You hit a home run, you got the entire move, and frankly, you got lucky because nobody can time the bottom and the top of a market. So to try to get it all, it's just pure luck. I have done that before, sure, but as a scalp trader, that's not my goal. My goal is just take pieces in here. That's all. And especially with a small $300 account, which is what I trade with, my pieces are going to be much smaller than other people. The numbers are all relative. If I can get a $10 trade, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a green, profitable, positive trade. A lot of people might giggle over that $10, but there's a lot of traders out there who are in the red thousands of dollars. They'd probably be pretty happy to be green with a $10 bill. So I'm just taking small hits, small base hits here, small wins, and I'm adding them up, letting them add up weekly, monthly, and I'm sending all profits to my bank account regularly. That's how I operate. I'm not telling anybody out there to do exactly as I do. You have to find your own way, and the way you do that, especially as a new trader, is by paper trading, simulated trading. I'm a strong advocate for that. I don't believe you should put any of your real money in the market blindly until you have paper traded for possibly weeks, if not months, to get yourself acclimated to how all this stuff works and to find your own way of trading. So back to the chart, looking at this, if I were to get into this, this popped its head above its own average price, VWAP, and that's a good sign. This is a good sign. This is probably going to start getting my attention a little bit because it's kind of showing strength, but I need more than this. This has to prove itself. I need more confirmation that this is going to continue. Now, am I always right? No, nobody is. Do I always win every trade? Absolutely not. There's always going to be losses along with your wins. But you watch the candles. As far as scalping like I do, I watch the candles. I want to see this just flying. I can see this out of my peripheral. I just need this moving very quickly. And I'm glancing at the price over here. So I'm watching the candles. Back to this. It's going up. This is really the first candle that it's full body. The entire candle is above the VWAP line. This is kind of above, but it's pretty close. This one's well above. I'm going to be watching this now. Honestly, I'm probably not going to get into this till out in here. I'm going to let all these candles happen first, just to show me that this move has a good chance of continuing and is a real move. It's not just a couple of candles and it's going to roll right over like it has back here. I tend to trade, even though I have a small account and I take small positions, I still trade very conservatively. I'm not a crazy, hey, just throw it all in there and let's get this home run. I don't trade like that. I tend to trade on the side of caution. So sometimes I may get in actually later than I should. But in this case, looking at this chart for the first time as I am, I would probably be looking to get in right up in here somewhere. And I'm going to get out right up in here. These are 1 minute candles. Again, I'm going to get out in 1 minute or less. I'm not going to continue to hold for this. As a scalp trader, every second I hold a position, every second I'm in a trade, I'm taking on more risk, literally every second. because the longer you hold, the more chance it has to turn on you and roll right down. And obviously, I don't want that to happen. So I want to get in, take a bump of this, and get out. So I'm kind of waiting for more confirmation here. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that properly, but once a stock comes up above the VWAP line, volume weighted average price, that's just its own average price that's being tracked throughout the day by its ups and downs. Once it can get above its own average price, that's still not enough. We need to see more action continuing upwards to the right to show, hey, this looks like it might run for a little bit. So again, is it 100%? No, there's no trading strategy or style 100%. If there was, we'd all be multimillionaires. You just kind of get a feel for it, and you get in. Hopefully it will continue for at least one more candle, and you can get out up in here with a little profit. So that's all I'm looking for. It's really straightforward. Is it easy? I'm not going to ever say it's easy, but after 8 years of trading, I've shaved this down for myself as basic as I can make it, and that's just trading in the now. If whatever it's doing, that's what I want to do. I don't want to draw lines out here and hope and wonder and hope and it'll react off of some line I drew. I want to do what it's doing right now and get the heck in, get the heck out, and go on about my day. All right? That's how I scalp. But yes, I tend to wait a little longer than maybe other scalp traders. I want to make sure there's enough candles here that this looks like it will continue. Again, I'm not always right, but I'm right enough that I can bring in extra funds weekly and monthly to my regular income. And that's what my channel's all about. If you want Lamborghini money, plenty of YouTubers out there you can watch, and they'll show you how to put $30,000 on a single trade, and you can get that Lambo money. But my channel is for people without Lambo money that's just looking to bring in some extra money per month. And in this high inflationary economy we've been stuck with for almost 4 years, there's millions of people who could use some extra income right now. So if you can pull in $100 a month, who wouldn't turn that down? That's a extra tank of gas for me. That's a grocery run. $100 a month covers my city utility bill. I think there's a lot of families out there, kids in school, both of them work. I mean, they're having a hard time making it. Everything's expensive. Everything's doubled and tripled. Groceries, gas, rent, I don't care what it is. There's very little coming down and everything's been going up. So my channel is all about just bringing in some extra funds. Is it a side hustle? Yeah, absolutely. I don't look at what I do here as a side hustle just because I've been doing it for many years. But, I have to admit, in all reality, yeah, this is a side hustle, and that's exactly how I'm treating it. I'm just bringing in extra. And that's, as far as I understand, that's what a side hustle is. So that's how I look at the chart. There's no rhyme or reason to when I get out and take my profit. I don't have a set profit target. I think that's impossible. You hear a lot of other traders and videos out there that, you should set this for a 3-to-1 ratio and 2-to-1 and all the, who knows? I don't know how high this thing's going to go. I don't know how high the price here will run. And if I were to get in on this candle, which I probably would if I were to trade this and get out here, who knows how high it's going to go. If I'm in profit and, I have a $5 bill, a $10 bill, even 20, I want out of this thing because I can always do it again. And that's my goal, is to just base hits over and over again. Yes, I take losses right along with everybody else. But in my opinion, there's only two main things you can do in trading the market to try to be successful. And I don't care what kind of style of trading. This goes for day trading, scalp trading, swing trade, doesn't matter. There's two things you can do. You can first and foremost, which is the most important, protect your account by keeping your losses to a bare minimum. I run a stop loss. That's why I do that. If I get in, let's say I get in on this candle and this thing turns against me, I will have a stop loss set for no more than 2 or 3% of my total account value. So, and as an example, I run a $300 account. A 2% loss would be a $6 loss if I were to get in on this candle right here and trade this. If it turns against me, I'm willing to lose $6 on that trade, which would be 2% of my $300 account, okay? And my stop loss will automatically take me out. If I don't run that stop loss, with human nature involved, I might keep holding this and hoping that it will turn around and come back up. And I think that's where a lot of traders make a lot of mistakes as well. They hold and hope, and it doesn't turn around, and it even gets worse. And then you'll sell down in here and go, gosh, why didn't I sell up here? I could have taken a small loss. Now I took a big one. Well, you let your stop loss do that for you. I set this for a $6 loss, or as much as a $9 loss. That would be 3% of my total account value of $300. You have to police yourself. You have to allow yourself to be stopped out of a trade, and it's frustrating. Everybody hates it. You get in here, it starts turning against you, and you're just sitting here watching your trade, and it hits your stop loss, and you're out. And it's like, wow. That wasn't much fun, but you have to allow yourself to be stopped out in order to protect your account. If you don't protect that account, you're not going to have an account left to trade with. It is going to dwindle away in not much time, and you're going to be, SOL. So, again, the most important thing in the market, trading any style, is to keep your losses as small as possible, keep them low, and you will have funds available to trade another day. The other thing you can do is removing as much risk and guesswork as possible. You can never remove all of the risk, obviously. Every trade you take has a level of risk to it, but by not drawing lines out here and trying to predict the future and trading in the now, I believe that removes a lot of the risk and guesswork. So that's the other thing that you can do, is trade with what it's doing right now at the moment. I will add down here, I do follow the top 5 gainers in the market by percentage gain. This is where my trade will always come from. If I scroll down, this is actually a list of 20 top gainers. But as you scroll down, it gets smaller and smaller as far as how much gain they're currently up. And nobody's messing with these. The action's right here. This is what everybody else is looking at. They're looking at these fast movers, these big hitters, what's up and what's moving. It's going to be in the top 5 every single time. So I will always take my trade from this top 5. And I didn't create this. Webull does this for you. I use a Webull platform. I've been on it 7 years of the 8 years I've been trading, and I like it. I'm used to it. But all these platforms, every one of them, Thinkorswim, whatever, they all do this about the same thing. They may look a little different. This screen, I've custom set up these windows the way I like them. But this is Webull, and it gives this. It's already built in to the platform. I'm not doing anything magical. I'm just bringing up the top 5, and it's constantly changing, and it's monitoring the top 5 as the prices go up and down. Some of these fall off, other tickers come in, and when the bell rings, I just do this. I go right through them. I just click one at a time, and I keep doing it over and over. A lot of these is just a quick glance, and I'll show you look at that. That's below VWAP. I'm not even next. I just go right to the next one. Same thing. Let's go to the top one. Do it again. below VWAP. It's worthless. It's not scalpable. This, maybe keep an eye on, see what it's going to do. But it's running flat at the moment. Just take a mental note real quick. It only takes a second. Next one, I don't know what this is. Doesn't have much volume down here. Only 92,000 trades have occurred since 4 a.m. this morning, and there's 13 million shares available. So this isn't. This is probably going to fall off if it doesn't pick up. Same thing, below VWAP. Nobody cares. So you just keep clicking. That's how I do this. When the bell rings, I just go over and over and over. And as I'm running down these, this is updating and changing. A ticker or two may pop in this top 5. And I just watch it for a potential move and a potential trade. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. It was a lot of babbling on my part, but I'm just trying to explain what I'm looking at and how I get in and get out. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you know, if there's some things I've said here you don't agree with, you can leave those comments too. I don't have the magical wizard formula of trading the market. Nobody does. This is just how I do it. There may be a lot right with it. There may be a lot wrong with it. But in the long haul, it works for me. So that's how I'm trading and treating my account. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and watch for the next video.